What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick, and I want to welcome you back for another one of my music video reviews. Today, of course, it has got to be Mamamoo and their brand new song titled New York. So let's not delay any further and get the headphones on, ready for my first impression, followed by my final review after that. So let's get the video started. All right, I'm pretty. I mean, we got a pretty just like it's just cool. Kind of start right there. You got a nice little rap verse right there. A little bit of nice vocal, of course. Basically, so far, a little bit of everything at the moment from this song. That's the first. I guess that was the chorus. I don't know. I wasn't really paying much attention, but yeah. Regardless, oh no, yeah. I guess that was the chorus. So hey, this is pretty awesome. This is pretty cool. I don't know. All right. Okay. So I can say so far. I mean, we're probably just about a little over halfway through the song, but I enjoy the song. This is my first impression, of course, so as I listen to this more, it definitely could change, and you'll find out later on in the video after I do listen to it more. But the song is good, and we got like just about everything that these girls are possibly capable of doing in as far as music goes. So that's cool, but overall I think that as far as like it being a Mamamoo song, it's a little flat, but that's just my feeling. Yeah, I don't know. That was I guess that this it kind of plays into the a little bit what I said when I made my video on yeah, and it's really like that, as far as like listening to Mamamoo's music, the music that they use to promote their albums has a lot of like personality to it, and like you definitely understand what I'm saying, like that you get a little bit of personality, and like these are actual like real people, and they're funny and they like to have fun, and that's kind of stuff, whatever, and then they're sexy and they got some of that serious attitude, all that kind of stuff. You get it in most of their songs. I didn't really feel it in that song, and this song is like it's there. I can feel it's there. You got you get a little bit of the sexy attitude and the mannerisms and attitude in the music, and then, but ultimately I just think that all of the parts just kind of like it's there. It's almost there. It's almost being like really good. What I would consider to be up there among the rest of the really good Mamamoo songs, but ultimately I think that it just kind of falls short at the moment. Of course, I still have to listen to it some more, and as always, listening to stuff more might change my opinion. So if you didn't like what you just heard, right, which is to say that I didn't pretend that I liked it, but I didn't think it was the best Mamamoo song ever, then don't go anywhere, because next up is coming my final reaction. We're gonna pick out some points, and maybe, hopefully, my opinion on this has changed, and we'll see. But the only way for you to find out is to not go anywhere. So don't go anywhere, because we'll be back in like literally 0.1 seconds. All right, let us finish this review off with my final thoughts and a couple, points and I guess talking points that I would like to kind of mention. And I don't really know if it's a good idea to start with the, we'll say this. No, I just kind of have to. I have to start with the thing with negative. But we do have some praise, of course, because this is something that I'm doing with my reviews. There's always good stuff to even the things that I don't like or that I'm not a huge fan of. So we will always balance criticism with praise, the negatives with the positives, because it's just, fair. Just laying into a song and being purely critical is not particularly fair, even when I 100% dislike a song. But, of course, most songs I don't 100% dislike. Actually, there's never been a song that I've 100% disliked. So let's really kind of get it started. I'm sorry for the long kind of thing, or explanation there, which kind of delayed getting into this. But so the reason, like an actual legit explanation after listening to it a couple more times, the reason why I'm feeling that this song falls kind of short is that ultimately, as far as I guess what the song is kind of trying to be, or what the underlying nature of the song that I'm feeling is that it's trying to have a little bit of groove to it, a little bit of a irregular kind of feel to the beat and the flow of the song, but that, in my opinion, it falls pretty short. Like I can feel it at times, but at other times it's like, I don't know, I'm lost. I just feel like I've been cut adrift like a boat on the ocean, and I'm just floating around wherever the current takes me. Not specifically, I guess riding, or just out there, I'm just floating in space instead of just going in the direction following. I guess that being floating out in the ocean, following the current, isn't really the right kind of analogy, but it's just like there's not enough groove and of a defined beat so much, at least for my personal taste, really, to seriously get into this song, which I think that right there would make this song awesome. If it was if you didn't change anything else, right? But if I could actually just feel the song moving from second to second, beat to beat, or whatever, a lot more, I think that this song would be fantastic. I would really, really like it. I don't think I would really have very much negative to say about it. But as it is, I can't really feel the song so much, and so as a result, I think that just in general, as far as being a song, and especially as being a what I would rate, and obviously it's a Mamamoo song, but as I would rate it as a Mamamoo song, it just falls kind of short of being up there with some of their best. That being said, though, of course, it is a really, really great song, naturally, because it is Mamamoo. It's got great great vocals, even though they're not particularly exercising their vocal range to a huge extent in this song. You still got the good vocals. Their voices still sound really, really great, doing awesome things with that, bringing unique sounds and stuff to that. And then you also got the strong rap verses as well, which is also very, very cool. Mamamoo can do that. They can balance the good vocals with the strong, K-pop rap verses, which is really, really awesome. And of course, if you consider the video in this, the music video in this review, it does have that Mamamoo personality, which I was kind of saying. But as I do, and I don't, when I listen to this more, I don't really, I watch and I listen to this without focusing on the music video. But you see them on the personality that I like hearing and feeling in their music in the music video. But when you listen to the song, not watching the music video, I wasn't getting any of that personality. I wasn't feeling that it was there, if that makes any sense. So you got the visual aspect of it, which which expresses that personality of this group that I like to hear and that I really like hearing in their music. But it doesn't specifically translate from the visual over to the audio, and I think that's also another kind of small, teeny tiny weakness of the song, which means that it's I don't know what would be a particularly good percentage that is representative, because we'll say 100% being a song that would match up there with some of their best, and I say that this song is at a 95%. It's just there, man. Just a little teeny tiny little tweaks and adjustments there, as far as my personal, as far as what I enjoy out of this song and what I don't enjoy out of this song, and it could be one of I would rate it as far as what I think. I would definitely say that that it would be one of their best songs. But unfortunately, like I said, just the lack of any sort of like serious amount of feeling to this song for me, and that their personality is present in the music video but doesn't translate to the audio of the song, means that it kind of falls a little short. So that's all I got. Those are my thoughts, those are my opinions, my review. I want to know what you thought, because I'm pretty sure you disagree with me. I'm sure a fair amount of you disagree with me. So let me know down in the comment box below, because you have a 100% valid reason and opinion, and I want to hear. Maybe hearing your ideas and your explanations can change my mind or give me a different perspective that I can then appreciate the song more than I do currently. So, do that. And if you like this video and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated with all of my future, uploads. And also, too, before you go, don't forget to leave a rating as well. It's super, super appreciated. Lets me know, I guess, if you're liking the video, you're hating the video, or if you just disagree or agree with me, whatever, use it for whatever purpose you want. So that's going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. This is a really good album. It's Mamamoo. What else would you expect? Vocals are there, the beats and the feelings and just all of that sort of stuff that you would expect